If you're thinking about selling your home in today's market, you may want to watch this video to the very end, because in this video, I am going to teach you how to choose the right listing agent and what I would do if I were selling my house. Here are 5 tips to help you choose the right agent and things you need to be mindful of in order to get top dollars for your home. Before going into my list of tips, here are some questions that you need to ask yourself as a seller in order to decide the best listing agent for your needs. Why am I selling my house? Are you moving up to another home? Is the sale of your current home contingent on purchasing that move-up home? Are you waiting for a new build to be completed? What's most important for me and my family? Is it the sale price? Is it the net income? Is it how quickly it gets sold? With these questions in mind, here are my 5 tips. Tip number 1, experience and expertise. Work with an agent that has a lot of experience and expertise in your particular neighborhood or community. How many homes has this listing agent sold in your community in the last month or last year? How quickly were they able to sell it? What kind of marketing strategies did they use to get the attention of the buyers? Did the listing agent receive multiple offers? Tip number 2, positive reviews. What are the past clients saying about this listing agent? You have to do your homework, your due diligence, and go online and check sites such as Zillow or realtor.com or even Google business page to find out what their past clients are saying about this listing agent. You should also be able to do some more research online and find their profile, read their bio, read their experience and track record. Maybe it's on their website, maybe it's on their brokerage's website. Do your homework and make sure you understand their background and experience. I would also do additional research to see if this listing agent has a social media platform. Are they on Facebook? Are they on Instagram? Are they on YouTube? Are they on TikTok? Are they creating social media content that's valuable to you? Educational materials, maybe things about the neighborhood or the community. They're the expert. They should be able to talk freely and comfortably about the market that they're expert in. I always advise my clients to do their due diligence in doing as much research as possible because, again, selling your house is one of the biggest decisions of your life, and the listing agent that you hire could be saving you thousands and thousands of dollars. Tip number 3, marketing strategies. Ask your listing agent what their marketing strategy is in order to get top dollars for your listing. Does the home need staging? Does the home have outdated furniture, or is it vacant with no furniture at all? Staging is one of the steps that's very important in preparing your home for a listing before taking the professional photos. There's a lot of statistics that show that you could gain a lot more value and sell your home for a much higher price if your home is staged. Did you know that 85% of staged homes sold 5% or even up to 23% of the list price? Now that's a big difference. You want the home staged because you want the buyers to be able to picture themselves living in that home. If they see the comfortable sofa in the living space, they could picture themselves and their family members gathering together in that space and enjoying a conversation, watching TV or movies in that space. It really helps them visualize themselves in that house. And that really helps how quickly you can sell the home as well. I recommended staging for a seller that had a listing in Southern Highlands for their home for $500,000. And here's a video of what I did, the before and after of the staging. They had older furniture, so I really wanted to get modern furniture and really lighten up the space with some color, some vibrant color. So that is what I did. And guess what, you guys? We received multiple offers within weeks of the listing. I also recently staged a brand new home that was a resale by my investor client, and this is what we did in the transition. Again, there was no furniture, and then this here, you can see we have furniture, and look at the difference. Now when I host a broker's open or even an open house, the buyers could take their time and even sit down on the sofa or sit down in the bar stool in the kitchen to picture themselves and visualize themselves living there. Does your listing agent use professional photos? I roll my eyes every time I see listing photos and photos taken from their cell phone. The lighting is dark, you can't really see everything. I mean, it's awful. You have to have professional photos done. And there's a lot of hacks that us listing agents use. For example, do you know what time is the best time to shoot a home? Comment below. I'd love to hear from you. It's actually twilight. Twilight time really enhances all the different colors and the lighting in the home. I also recommend drone photos, and drone photos goes a long way, especially if you have cool views like mountain views or waterfront views or strip views. You want to capture that with the drone photos. Also, drone photos are extremely important when you have a home that sits on a very large piece of land, like an acre lot or over an acre lot. I actually have a current listing in Henderson, and this beautiful home is a single-story home that lies on a 1 acre lot with a beautiful backyard featuring a 45-foot pool with over 65 palm trees. Now, just imagine that aerial shot from the drone of the actual home that features all of that. The land, the home, and the backyard. That goes a long way. And those are the marketing tools that I would have my listing agent prepare, because you want to make sure your home is featured in a way where it brings a lot of attention to the buyers. Fun fact, our Las Vegas Strip is equivalent to an ocean view. Did you know that? You could get top dollars for homes with strip views, especially ones with unobstructed strip views. After the professional photos are taken, they are then uploaded into the MLS listing, which is then connected to third-party apps and websites such as Zillow's, Redfin, and Realtor.com. Will your listing agent be sending out just listed mailers to the neighborhood and the farm? Do you know what a farm is? A farm is the contact list of people likely to be potential prospect buyers in that particular neighborhood or area. I work very closely with my title partner to get that list of farm. Every time I have a new listing, I make sure we send out the just listed postcards that have the professional photos, drone photos of my new listing, and that is sent to all the prospect buyers in that particular neighborhood. Does your listing agent work for a local boutique brokerage or for a national or international brokerage? I think that's an important question to ask, because for me, I work for Las Vegas Sotheby's, and we are a national and an international brokerage, which means that my listing has the reach globally. So let's talk about that for a little bit. I focus on relocation, and every time I have a listing, I make sure that all my relocation partners and referral partners in other states know about my listing, because many times the buyer that buys my listing will be coming from other states and feeder states that are relocating to Las Vegas, such as California, Washington, Oregon, and even Texas. By the way, if we haven't met yet, konnichiwa, my name is Kaori Nagao, your Las Vegas lifestyle specialist, helping you find your new home in Las Vegas and Henderson and globally. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you're made aware of my weekly content. And again, thank you so much for watching. I hope these videos are valuable and educational for you. Now let's keep going. Number 4, differentiation. What is your listing agent doing differently to ensure that my listing stands out? Currently in the Las Vegas and Henderson market, we have a standing inventory of over 8,000 homes. That's 8,000 other homes that are competing for the attention of the buyers. How are you going to make sure that my listing stands out from them? Will your listing agent be hosting a broker's open or an open house for my listing? Now let's talk about that for a second. Broker's open is when you exclusively invite top brokers and agents to your listing, and it's usually done before it's listed and active, so it's a preview for them. The brokers and agents at the Brokers Open will have an opportunity to see your listing before it goes live to the market, and they'll be able to capture content and video for their prospective buyers. Open house, on the other hand, is a public viewing that's open to the public. It's usually held on the weekend where we have a lot more traffic. This is an opportunity for prospective buyers to come in without any commitment and come check out the house. I love personally hosting open houses because a lot of these people coming through the open house, most of the time, I would say maybe it's a 50-50 shot, sometimes even more. But these buyers don't have representation, which means that these buyers might be in the market for a buyer's agent. And at that point, I could obviously show the listing of my property, but at the same time, I could introduce myself to them and let them know that I could help them find a home similar to this listing if they're interested in getting representation by me. Both the Brokers Open and Open House is a great opportunity to get feedback. Feedback from the agents and the brokers, and feedback from the buyers. What do you think about the house? What are the pros and cons? I'd love to hear what you think. Is there anything else that could have been better for this house? What do you think about the price? Am I priced right? These feedback is really important, and as a listing agent, the listing agent will then share this information to you as a seller, and you could brainstorm together to make sure that you have all the different features highlighted in all of the marketing pieces. And especially if you get some feedback on pricing, that's an opportunity for you to brainstorm and talk to the seller about the pricing of the home. The last thing I want to mention about my brokerage, Las Vegas Sotheby's and Sotheby's International Realty, is our differentiation in having the Sotheby's auction. Sotheby's is known historically for our auction house. And like a typical auction for a jewelry or an artwork, we also auction real estate and our listings. Especially if you have a one-of-a-kind luxury listing, it might be a good idea to look into the Sotheby's auction, because this Sotheby's auction is catered to a specific niche market that is looking for these one-of-a-kind listings. Which tips so far are you resonating as a seller? Comment below, write down the tip number, and let me know your thoughts. Tip number 5, video content. Is your listing agent leveraging social media and the internet to market your listing? Does your listing agent have social media presence? Do they have Facebook, Instagram, YouTube channel? That's all very important questions to ask the listing agent, because if they don't know how to market themselves, how are you going to market my listing as a seller? Did you know that video marketing now covers over 80% of marketing online? Now just think about it. 80% of marketing online is a video content. Whether it's a long-term video like this on YouTube, or short-term like the YouTube Shorts or Instagram Reels or TikTok. If your listing is not in a video format and not on these platforms, you're missing out on 80% of the marketing. At the end of the day, you want to get maximum exposure for your listing, and if your agent is not leveraging video, I would really think twice. For more videos about listing your home as a seller and strategies regarding selling your home, make sure you check out my playlist. Please like and subscribe and engage with me. I'd love to hear from you. See you on the next one.